And joining me live now is Dushyanth Sridhar. He's a Vedic speaker, scholar, and commentator who's been following what's been taking place in Dharmasthala very closely. Dushyanth, good to see you. Welcome. The possibility that a foreign hand, Dushyanth, could have been behind what at least so far appears to be a smear campaign, because all of the things that we have been told so far by sections of the media and commentariat have turned out to be blatantly false. Not half false, not one-third false, but 100% false. Nothing anywhere close to what we were told was the real story of Dharmasthala has stood to scrutiny at all. What is your take on this new angle that this is possibly a larger smear campaign?
Namaskaram, Shiv. Happy to see you after a hiatus, and to the viewers of NDTV. Very quickly, Karnataka is one of the beacons of Bharatadesham, adding a lot of value culturally and spiritually to the country's civilization. And Dharmasthala, for over half a millennium, has been the guiding light to so many astikas, just not across the state, but across the country. The name Manjunatha is very common amongst very many men in Karnataka. That said, this temple, Shiv, we also need to bear into our account that this temple is a beautiful testimony to the congregation of intra and interreligious affairs. So there is a Jain Dharmadikari who's involved. There are Madhva Brahmin, Vaishnava priests who are there, and then the deity is Shiva. So this is the best place where, if at all there is a foreign hand who can play into the right way, this is the right place, because there is so much involved in this temple that speaks for social harmony on one side. And on the second, to the viewers, I'm an apolitical person. I'm not attached to any political party. But as a resident of Karnataka, I can vouch that there is something very fishy right since the start. Because there is one person who says that he has buried very many hundreds of bodies, and people whom the agency says they claim to have washed away their hands, stating that I don't have a daughter, and so on and so forth. So now that Bharata, India, has been on the news for positively as well, because we are going to become the third largest economy very soon, there will be attempts made to somehow create social unrest. And as an apolitical person, as a very well-wishing Bharatiya from the state of Karnataka, I feel this is not a rare possibility that it should happen. Alongside Shiv, just a very quick point. Again, this is an apolitical comment, but still, when Mysore is the cultural capital of Karnataka for very many reasons, and Dashara is like the biggest festival that we have ever seen, that is dedicated to Tai Chamundeshwari. It is quite alarming for very many people in Karnataka that a celebrated authoress, her uncharitable remarks on Kannada Talli Tai Bhuvaneshwari has not gone well. And she being asked to inaugurate a festival just follows up after this Dharmasthala controversy. So I just hope the investigative agencies who have taken up with so much of interest at the commencement also have the morality to come to a very good close by telling what would have happened if at all it was a smear campaign, who did it, and what was their purpose.
I completely agree with you, Dushyanth, when you say that the possibility of a foreign hand would be least surprising in the current global circumstances. I entirely agree with that. There are so many out there who wish our country ill, who are looking to trigger chaos. And the easiest way to do that is to sow disunity and disharmony in a place where it might be susceptible, like you rightly said. But are you surprised by how, rumor caught on so quickly and became kind of gospel truth in sections of the media? That was quite alarming. While we talk about this foreign hand, it's also important, Dushyanth, would you agree, to focus also on how something with barely any evidence as well was served up to so many of us as truth?
When we have some sections of the visual and the print media, Shiv, which even kind of whitewash some of the recent comments made, like the Brahmin slurs by a foreign person from the West, When we have certain sections of media which whitewash those comments, stating that it is borrowed from some idioms and phrases of the 19th and the 20th century, this is quite a possibility that there will be certain sections of media which will want to blow up complaints such as this and say that these are all dark places and Hinduism is black magic, superstition, all this will come up. So I'm not quite surprised because I know how some sections of media have been operating in the last 10 years, especially. So it's not a surprise for very many Hindus who have awakened to the truth. But I'm just worried for a certain section of the society which may not see through such articles, who will fall prey to it. I just pray to Manjunatha Swami to give them some respite and enlightenment.
Dushyanth, when it comes to people's faith, and this is a holy town with a temple, that has many things around it, what does this do to the people of Dharmasthala? I don't think enough people are asking that question. The people for whom faith is attached to the town and to the temple, what does it do to them, in your view?
In my humble opinion, Shiv, when we consider some entity as Paramatma, Bhagavan or Ishvara, whichever name we call it, we believe in definition from our Shastras that Paramatma is blemishless, taintless. So it won't add any amount of slur or bad name to the deity, the Devata there. But what happens is when you keep on reading articles with the word Dharmasthala, the beauty is the name of the place itself has righteousness in it. It has dharma in it. So it is called Dharmasthala. And when we read articles of Dharmasthala, the word Dharmasthala, and then immediately the headline follows conspiracy, controversy, rape, and skulls and investigation, it doesn't send the positive or the optimistic bells in the minds of Astikas. So though the deity is untainted, Dharmasthala will still continue remaining Dharmasthala in the hearts of devotees. Headlines, when they are picked up at lightning speed and they are flashed with verbose articles which go like rigmarole, then probably all it sends is vibes of negativity in the minds of Astikas. And this is what the foreign hand wishes to do.
Dushyanth Sridhar, always a pleasure. Thanks for being with me here on India Matters. Dharmasthala, is it a slur campaign and a smear campaign funded by someone abroad? We don't know just yet. But Deepak Bopana, who has been to Dharmasthala reporting from the ground extensively, is with me for a quick take on that. Deepak, the Enforcement Directorate hasn't yet registered a case, but we hear they might be looking into foreign funding. What are you hearing? Because the local government there says they know nothing about that part.
Well, Shiv, as far as this entire Dharmasthala Raw itself is concerned, the entire state and the nation's attention is drawn towards it, and the people want to get to the bottom of whatever is happening. While the SIT, of course, is looking into the entire new angle of whether there has been a conspiracy, and if there has been a conspiracy, what was the motive for the conspiracy? Because right now it's becoming amply clear. The masked man, of course, came and lied under oath. You had Ananya Bhatt, who's no longer in existence because that was entire a character that was built up by a woman named Sujata, who's not even Sujata Bhatt. These are two aspects that we, of course, at NDTV put out. Now, there has been a lot of speculation. BJP, legislators, MPs, parliamentarians who are writing to the Enforcement Directorate saying that there seems to be some sort of a funding that is coming to these people who are conspiring against, the temple administration, and that needs to be looked at. Now, of course, sources suggest that the central agencies are keeping a watch. Now, while, of course, SIT remains the primary body which is investigating, if the ED actually looks into any of these aspects, it's going to make the case even more interesting. But at the end of the day, the primary focus has to be to clear the air completely about what is happening. If there is wrongdoing, bring them to book. If there is not, clear the air and the bad name and the reputation that's being brought to the temple and the administration.
The investigation continues. We still don't know the truth. Will we find out about foreign funding? I personally won't be surprised, but that investigation is yet to happen, and we will update you right here on NDTV. Deepak, thanks very much for that update.